You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Alright. It's heroic. This should be fun. They going down like bowling pins. That's it. Where's the big guy? Oh, my bad. I came out to talk too soon.
I'm gonna have to change the volume here when this action drop. I can barely, you talking low.
You can't hear me?
It's low. Yeah, I can hear you better that time.
Is it because I'm speaking up? You have to adjust the volume.
Probably,
the difference between my
speaking,
voice
yeah.
and
yeah, I'm gonna have to play with it.
Get these bums off this ledge. Oh, I hate that. They hide out like that. So stupid. Trying to stack about the shield. Is there a way to get up there? No. Bring it up.
Your eyes peeled.
Alright, so the topic is gaming relationships, or more generally speaking, how gaming impacts relationships. And relationships could be anything, but I'm thinking more so like marriage and like dating and intimate relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when your sound is fixed. What's this weird blue light that's like emanating off your character here? Oh, it's gone. Is that your shield? Can you see that?
Maybe.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So gaming relationships, like how does gaming overall in general impact like romantic relationships? Good, bad, or ugly?
Well, I mean, I would say good if if both people game. I find even though we are both competitive, which helps us
really
play good, but it teaches us to communicate and play better and cooperate with one another. And it, teaches me patience and
Okay, you said something interesting there. How does it teach you patience? Like, what kind of patience?
well, because sometimes yes, well, I have to get comfortable with the fact that you like to play your certain style that you play, and sometimes I want to go fast or do how I like to do, and I have to wait on you, or vice versa. I might want to take it slow and you out front, and I have to calm down and remember, we're playing as a team.
Right.
And, we're supposed to be playing together, and sometimes my strategy don't thrive with your strategy, and we get to fussing and arguing. But
I don't get to fussing and arguing.
Well, we okay. Yeah, well, apparently just me.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And so,
would you say that the fact that we both enjoy video games has helped our relationship in some ways?
I mean, I would say so. Sometime when we're not vibing or jiving
Keep pushing through.
the way I want to, sometimes I think we can meet on a common ground.
Another agent is now.
Yeah, and that's true.
While we play.
That's true.
And
I've noticed that. And I don't mean to cut you off, but there are times when we're not talking, like we're not happy with one another, and then even though we had an argument or a fight or a disagreement or whatever, if one of us logs on and we're both logged on, one will invite the other to start playing. We've played together before and not necessarily been vibing with one another. And when you do, I'll tell you, when you do invite me, I know that you're either invite me to play. You're either softening up on whatever we were arguing about, or you're over it, or it's like it's kind of like, okay, let's just move on, kind of a thing. So it's unspoken. I mean, sometimes we do have to resolve whatever the issue is, and we have to talk about it. But a lot of the times, it's silly, or it's minor, it's just a disagreement, and rather than get into it, we just end up starting to play together.
Mm-hmm.
I have noticed that, so I'll buy that. I have a question for you about people
Mm-hmm.
who are in relationships where only one person enjoys gaming. And I know
Mm-hmm.
people like that. I know you know people like that. And of course, I've read about and heard stories about people who struggle with that because one person enjoys the games. And usually, not that it's always the case, but more often than not, it seems like it's more the guy or the male um,
Mm-hmm.
person in the, or the more dominant personality in the relationship, if you want to put it
Mm-hmm.
that way, is the gamer, and the partner is not. And so it becomes a thing where they sometimes even become a little bit jealous about the fact that the person was always gaming. And I don't know. I mean, do you think our relationship would be as good as it is if only one of us gamed and the other didn't? Do you think there'd be an issue for us, considering how
Probably
much
would
we
be.
game?
Yeah,
Honestly.
no, I don't think we might not be together. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. And I say it like that on the simple fact of the people that uh we do know, I guess, or a person, my coworkers or whatever
Yeah.
that I know. Uh, Females seem like more majority of time. I mean, I know female gamers, but this is a particular example. The the guy wants to play, and the female is feeling as though she's not getting the proper attention uh, and whatnot, and that causes strife and difficulties in the relationships.
Right. And people will say, well, you would think that the person who games the most would just stop gaming so that the
Hmm.
person who's feeling left out would feel more comfortable if they really love them, kind of a thing. But I don't know if it's that easy. Um, I feel like people who don't understand gaming don't realize the role that it plays in terms of someone who really loves it. Whether they may say, "Oh, it's just entertaining, it's just something to do, it's mindless, whatever," but that's not what it's all about. But at the end of the day,
Hmm.
it's a stress release. It provides comfort for someone. It's a way for them to kind of get the feelings out about something. It serves a deeper purpose than just entertainment for some people, and so it becomes hard for them to give it up. Um, and I don't know. I think that does put a strain on relationship. I know with us just trying to be careful because we want to respect people's privacy. We're not saying
Right,
specific
right.
people we're talking about, but I know a lot of people, just like a lot of people have that issue where
Hmm.
and it could be anything too. It could be sports. Some people have that issue with sports. I mean, you and I both
Hmm.
like sports. I don't like it as much as you do, but I like it enough where we both like football and play fantasy football and things like that. So I know that's helped our relationship. But I feel like gaming is the same way. It's like um,
Hmm.
the one person feels like like you said, they're not getting enough attention, and the other person feels like, well, if you really love me, you wouldn't make me give up something that I love to do.
Hmm.
So they kind of have this weird standoff, which is odd.
And the
It's odd to
people,
me.
even when we playing sometime, and we not talking to the people we playing with, but you can hear somebody, male and female, in the background,
Yes.
almost making them cut the game off.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew I knew a girl one time who, well, she didn't mind gaming. She just wanted more attention played to her. So I asked the guy, to introduce her to the division and teach her how to play and play with her. I mean, me and my wife play, and we always playing together, and it's been so fulfilling. So I thought that would help if
Yeah.
they something they could play together, or whatever. But
What happened? Did you try it?
uh, no. But they play, well, not that particular game. They
Right.
eventually play
Yeah.
another
The division
game,
is
and yeah,
unique,
they
kind
still
of.
together.
No.
But
Yeah. It ain't for
but
everybody. But some type of game in general. I know what you're saying. Like
yeah.
I could not get with Madden football or whatever. So like even when you played that, and you don't play it as much as you used to, but when you played that, I'd be like, okay, I can't play that. I'm just not into it. Like I love football, but playing it on game, no, it's not for me. Of course, I can't work the buttons either. I don't know what all the X's and Y's and the plays are and that stuff. So But
Yeah.
overall, yeah, I can see it. I mean, and truth be told, I actually know people too who play
Agent
together,
down.
like, but they don't actually game together. It's like one will watch the other play, or they know the
You got
story.
me
Like,
talking. I don't even have really have my shield up.
oh, my bad. But they don't have to necessarily play. Like, if they want to introduce the person, they can watch and play the story, especially if they're story-driven games, um, like Uncharted or something like that, where there's like a deep storyline or whatever. They can get into it without actually having to play.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, they coming out of everywhere. Where they at? Where's the door at that they just came out of? Got me messed up. See, now I'm mad. I messed my
System disrupted.
Take that. Robot dog.
System reactivated.
Get down to the mall.
Yeah, if it gets hectic, you ain't got to talk through it, but.
But yeah, no, but eventually, yeah, they did find a game where they played together, but which I think helped. But like I say, but he was more fond of playing the division, as you know, you can get caught up in half the day going by and you didn't get
Mm-hmm.
playing, so he necessarily didn't want to play nothing else. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, but you know, it helps. But yeah, I find it enjoyable. But sometimes if one of the people don't play as much this game or any other game for that matter, I guess you still gotta, just like with anything,
Entering
you have to
contaminated
find
area.
time. Maybe when they are working it's your
Liquid
off day,
Yeah.
DC-62
once you,
detected.
Oh
you
no.
just, you know, gotta
The
find time to get the
DC-62 we
game
see on the
time in,
streets
or
has lost some potency
somehow
over time and
incorporate your loved
exposure to
one in
weather.
it so they can
But this
Right.
stuff is
So it
fresh.
doesn't make like you
enjoy.
feel like they're just
Blast
waiting
must
for
have
you to
found
get done playing.
stockpile of sealed barrels somewhere.
Right.
Dog is a pain in the neck. And that guilt is DC-62 nonsense. There we go. It's a blue light or something coming off you. I think it's your shield. I don't know what that is. Distracting.
Active terminal detected.
Come on out of there.
Transmit
Users.
any
Yeah,
data
yeah,
you recover.
yeah. Bring your
We can
friends.
try to figure out
Everybody.
what Black Snake is up to.
Get some. I'm not a big fan of this mission. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think I figured out these burster things will take these dogs out pretty quick if you hit them right.
What's that?
A burster, if you aim it directly at the dog, just at the dog, and you don't like highlight several other people, you can take them out pretty quickly. The Firefly
Mhm.
burster.
Restored.
I don't know if it's because the electronic, whatever, disruption. Oh, shoot. Yellow gook. Straining me. No, don't die.
Vital signs critical.
Do you remember, I don't know if you remember this, when we had just decided, okay, I don't know if we played several versions of The Division. We had it on Xbox, we had it on PlayStation, it was a whole thing. But do you remember one time we were in GameStop and we were buying Division and there was a guy in there and he was talking and he said something to the effect of, I think it was when you were first buying your first copy or something like that. He was like, be careful with this game, it will ruin your relationship or something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
And had a
Yeah,
whole
that sounds,
Keep an
conversation
eye out for
about
any
his
Black Tusk intel.
marriage.
that sounds
or
familiar.
remember that? And he was like telling, he's like, no joke. He said, I don't know why, but I just got addicted to this game and my girlfriend hates it and I think it's over because she wants to stop playing and I love it so much and it's the only thing I have stress relief after work. So I love it. And he was talking about how he was really into the building part of it and all that and the math and all that. He said it's not just mindless shooting or anything, but she doesn't get that and he just finds himself playing all the time and now he feels like he has to sneak around and play. when she's not around, it feels like he's cheating.
Half of the tunnel system.
I remember that whole conversation.
Looks like we were right
That
about
was the oddest thing to say. But then,
And
of
you
course,
think is hey, I'm
once we
like
started playing,
killing everybody. Okay, enough of that. Time out. If I'm up front killing everybody,
why are you
surely
up
you
front?
surely you three can
We
get the one
were.
guy in the back.
Dude,
That's
it's
killing
all,
me in the
you
back.
see all these dogs back here? You see them. You see all these dogs. When you
I
run up
should
front,
take the.
you go,
I
you
should.
run the
I,
risk.
you're lucky I'm not trying to use all my PlayStation saving. I'm like looking. I can replay it and looking. I'm like, okay, it's like I'm like
Yeah.
at the point.
But when you run ahead of everybody, we're taking all the guys that come past you. They're
I
coming
mean, I'm
from all
shooting.
sides. They're coming from all sides. They're from all sides. They're from the left and the right. Some coming off to the side, and you're up front on one corner, and we're supposed to just stand in the back and cover you and not take these guys out on the sides of here that are coming for us. That ain't right. I know you act like you're the team leader all the time, but you're not. That better not be you down again. See, that's what I'm talking about. Your build, whatever you
Well, I
use
killed
as
myself. Well, because I got to get enough
and you got to watch the stuff that's here.
armor killing. No,
Then we
but I
gotta
would.
take time to pick your ass up. Where you go?
You gotta pick
Where
it
you
up. I
at?
respond because I didn't kill everybody. So
This
I
is
mean,
not heroic. Oh, wait, what? You can't run up into the front like a tank like
I
that
have
and not...
to. I have to. It is okay as long as I'm getting the kills, so I can keep my damage up.
Okay, but when you get killed, it's not our fault because there's a whole bunch of them around
It
us.
was
So
it's
how
not
is
that
it gonna
particular.
stop the person
That
from coming
I
back?
didn't say that particular time because that particular
Oh, okay.
time wasn't no issue. I'm talking about the time where I was losing up front, and I'm like I'm holding everybody up front because they bleeding,
But you're
and
saying
I'm
you're holding
looking.
everybody up front, but
And
you're
I'm
not.
looking at the back. I'm looking at the back, and it's
Dude,
like one
from
guy
my...
behind me,
And
y'all
that's not
three.
one guy. I'm telling you, from our point of view, there's 3, 4 guys coming from all sides. It's not one guy. You just seeing one because you done passed the other guys that came out behind you. There's more people that come out behind you. So we can't, we're not all sitting there shooting at one guy. When you run up front like that, there's others coming out from other areas. And so we're trying to cover as best we can. And then we got dogs that are not easy coming out shooting. We got to get skills back and everything else. We're not playing just as your backup, we're playing as a team. But that's how you play. That's okay. That's okay.
That's what people gotta learn.
Yeah, tell me what. Say it. Go ahead and say it. Express what you want to say. Play styles are different, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Like now, you're all the way up front.
I have to, because
There's a dog back here on me.
The only way
So when
I
those
see
guys
the
come out
dog.
front back there, how am I supposed to stop what I'm doing back
But
here?
what I'm basically what I'm trying to say, we have played this game so many times.
Thousands of times. Thousands.
I don't play the same old boring way that I know we can win.
Oh, so
These
my way
bills
is
are
boring?
designed. No, well, to me it is. At this point now, I want to play up front and close, and I want to have a build that I can survive.
But
off
I
of.
don't
To
because
make it to be enjoyable.
and my skills are designed to be distant.
Look at my armor. Look at see my armor. It's going away now. See how much blue I'm carrying on that armor?
But that's you loving. Look at you getting all excited and they said, look at my armor. Guess what? I don't have that armor on. I can't run up behind you and be your backup when I'm a distance cover shooter. I'm Overwatch, baby. Distance, covering my people's
Again, I even understand that. You know what?
What?
I gotta save it. I gotta delete it later.
I want you to say it.
I gotta save the last 5 minutes of gameplay.
Okay. So that you can see it, go back and see it and watch it, rerun it.
That's recording. I'll stop recording.
Oh, you.
I want you to record.
So you can put the evidence
for
the court.
Save recent gameplay. Yes. Save short clip.
Why?
Save last 5 minutes.
I hear you.
I'm just gonna show you something.
We're gonna break down the footage and analyze it. I'm with that.
Yes.
We need, and we haven't done that.
I'm gonna show you from me and the 8 people I'm shooting and got them bleeding out, and then me and then one guy come out the back door behind me, and you 3 are literally behind cover shooting.
But
like
we're not.
And he's a red. He don't even know.
But you're not acknowledging the 4 guys to the right and the 2 to the left, not just the guy you're talking about that shot you. The other people we're also holding down and waiting for our skills to come back and stuff. You're not acknowledging that. You're not seeing that.
Okay.
Now when we break down this footage, though, it'll be a whole other thing. Okay. And see, this is good. I'm glad we're having this moment because this is good. It does help. Gaming together helps with your communication, understanding the other person's be open to exploring options or how we can avoid problems with this. I get it. Because I try to cover you, but I got two other teammates too. I'm trying to cover, and you can't see everything all the time. All you can do is look at all these people coming out. Look at all these guys coming out. If you off to the side,
look at my armor. Look at all the guys bleeding.
I don't want to look at your armor. That's what you all about. Oh, look at my armor. Look at my armor. What about my armor? You're a good player. I ain't gonna lie. I'll give you your propers on that. But when you run in like that, it's hard. Look at this. Like already, like off to the side. There's people behind me already. Because I'm covering the front, and then there's people coming out everywhere. How am I supposed to cover them? And this is not even legendary. Imagine how much worse it is on legendary when you're trying to cover it. Just like real life, you gotta cover stuff, you gotta cover the kids, you gotta cover the bills, you gotta cover the house and responsibilities, and you can't see everything. So we gotta constantly work as partners, and we're gonna make mistakes. It's all good. Why is this thing not coming out here? This game's cheating me, Division.
Scared. They scared to come out.
Oh, because y'all your armor.
Y'all armor. There
you go. They should use this P62 and other stuff, though. This would be so awesome and like I hate to say it because everybody's gonna be like, they always talking about survival. But this would be amazing in a survival type
smarter and more ambitious.
Should bring that back.
Your actions here
What's that?
Major war
Survivor, but use this P62 stuff. Poison and survival. Instead of like the snow, although I do love the snow from Division 1, but
I've been wanting to do a survival, as a matter of fact.
And see, I see you got 89. I see your points. I see it.
Tell the fans who was leading kills.
Okay, but let's be
real. No. Okay. Who was leading kills?
You are, my love. You're leading.
Damage dealt.
Scipio Magnus is leading in kills and
accuracy,
and weak points destroyed, and headshot kills, team damage, enemies burned, headshot enemies, real crit percent. Okay. So there you go. You happy? Ego boost and deployed.
Well, it's not even about
that. But that doesn't mean that
you
are correct in your assessment of whether or not we're covering or not. You're playing as a tank, yes. So you're running in ahead of us.
Not actually.
And you're stopping them when they come out of their spawn points at the door.
Not necessarily a tank per se, because I'm just wearing like intimidated. I'm actually moving it around a little bit. I took away the memento. And
so you don't have to run out in the traffic.
I'm still got the bleed build. I'm just trying out intimidate and perfect bloodsucker just to see the difference of play style. Can I do a lot more damage? This I will say this backfire is extremely powerful. I will give them that.
But that still puts you at a disadvantage. That's the way the game is designed. If you're
stronghold unlocked,
chances of you going down are going to happen more often. Yes, because it's a cover shooter. Agreed?
No, I just had to get killed. Well, yeah. But again, we've been playing this game for how long? I know you still can't use other ways to play.
I play in a lot of different ways.
And for my enjoyment,
I'm using Burster. But if I were using
for my enjoyment, I'm just playing a certain different way to get the same enjoyment I had out of the game.
You can't get mad when you're trying experimental builds out, and then you go down. You can't get mad and use the excuse that we're not covering you. That's all I'm saying. You just gotta wait till I can pick you up.
In the Capitol building.
Anyway, so let's get back to the topic real quick, because I know you don't mind picking me up, but don't even. That's a topic for another time. We all know what happens when somebody else goes down, and we wait for you to pick us up. We know what you do.
No, again, see,
or do I have to pull out some old footage?
When we, yeah, that's a good point example. Because, see, you claim that, but when it's something that's like unlegendary, or even at the beginning of legendary, I get enjoyment out of going up close in the battle and pick somebody up, whether I'm using a shield at the particular time or I'm in cover to pick somebody up. Now, but unless when it's like places in legendary where you don't go forward, because of Chunga or something coming with his finger, and you up next to their pockets and dead. I mean, why would I come to pick you up and the game is over? But
All
in
I know
particular
is that there
point,
have been
in the
plenty.
particular points, I'm
See
getting
how you
to it.
do?
In the particular
Okay.
time that you're talking about, is we halfway through the game, close to the end, and the team has wiped out now, and I make the uh, decision that you know what I've invested too much in this particular mission and in this time I would like to finish. And to finish, I'm gonna have to fall back a little bit, let my skills come back, because I can beat them. It's no problem. I just don't want to sacrifice the game time put into the particular mission, especially if I'm carrying lesser players. So I fall back a little bit, gather myself, size up what's going on, let my skills come back, and then I go to uh, uh, decisively taking out the NPC spawns is what
Translation:
I
you
do.
run
So
all the way back to the start of the mission
mm-mm.
where
No, no,
and leave
not
us down there and then
no,
wait and
not
try
no.
to
See, you talking about
methodically for 30, 40
you
minutes
talking
pick off
about
each individual
you
NPC
talking
before you come
about
pick us up.
but you talk but you talking about running back already, but back then you talking about that specific the
Which you
Roosevelt
do a lot.
Island. But you talking about Roosevelt Island, more specifically
Capital building.
at the point to where no, it's just Roosevelt Island, and
No, you've done it
and
us in
where two
Capital too.
chungas come out, and you have to run back because there's like a bending circle. So if you start running back, they can shoot you from across through the bushes and the fence. So you have to keep going back to a certain
So
point so they can get you.
do you do understand though? You're what you're talking about is a strategy that you're using, right? But you do understand
Hmm.
how it is how from the point of view of everybody else who's on the ground. When we're down, we change our view of the game and we start watching your play. That's what I do. I immediately just switch over to see what you're doing, and we watch you
An agent has gone
go all the
offline.
way back and strategically all back and not even try to pick us up. Don't change. Don't put nothing on to change your strategy. Nothing. You just go all the way to the back and avoid them. Run to the beginning of the
Now,
game, and then we have to wait for an hour for you to come
now,
back and pick us up.
okay.
You see, from our point of view, us watching you play, we're like, dude, you could have easily came and picked us up at certain points before you took the hell off. You don't try to send them back or anything. And
Now,
so our perspective is that it looks like you have decided to just play the game yourself. That's just our perspective. I'm not saying that's what is happening. I'm saying from the point of view that, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because when you go down, you can't stand to be down. You're like, oh, somebody better come pick me up.
look
I'm gonna
here.
rage quit. I'm gonna leave. You don't like to be down that long, but you've left me down on the ground with other people
Look.
for like 10, 15 minutes. That's all I'm saying. Fair is fair. Billie Jean,
Now look here.
what
Now
am I looking
I'm
at?
just you got to come here. I think just come here. Just put everything down and come look,
Wait, you
or
want
you
me
can
to
put your
actually
headphones.
come to the other room and
Yes,
look
you
at
had to
your
see my
screen?
screen. Yes, I know at some point I could probably
Are
transfer this to your screen, but
are
we
you
figure that
sure?
out
Are you
later.
talking about video footage? Okay, you know what? We can
Yeah.
watch that later. Come on,
No,
stop.
no, no, no. I'm at
I
the point when I'm
believe
talking
you,
about.
but I
I
don't want
want
to
you
come
to
all
no.
the
I
way
want you
back
to
there.
say what you see. It's gonna take about 10 seconds.
All right, so now I got to
See what
come
you
all the way
see,
to the back
and
room. All right,
it takes but a second.
all right. I guess I'm doing that. All right, I'm coming. Hang on.
I mean, you could have really been back already if you'd have
For
came.
those watching, if there's anybody watching, which I doubt it at this point, we play in different rooms of the house. So I play up in the front of the house. He plays at the back. So I'm headed to the back to watch
So
this footage.
I'm I'm just telling you what I see. Now as like why are you talking? I can hear you from the video. So I was mistaken. One guy did go over there across the way. You see him over there.
Yeah, I
So
see.
it's two. Wait a
You
minute.
can't see
Okay,
behind you. They
I
see
will
behind
see
you.
behind me in a second.
Now
I'm
you're shocked. And look
yeah.
behind us. Look back here. So there's all this action going on. What do you want me to
I'm
do?
back again. Let me can the video finish? I'm shooting people in front, like I said, and then so now you see in the back of me, I'm taking damage from that one guy on the little mini map behind me, right? So when I see him taking that damage from the one guy on the mini map, and as I spin and turn, I'm
But we're
so
here.
right. The guy's right here.
Yeah, behind us, on the side of us. We didn't see him get around us. We're over across the room. And then I come running over to you. He came behind that room.
He's like right here when he was
But
shooting
I'm
me.
shooting that way.
Yeah. Hmm.
You see what I'm
That's all I'm
saying?
saying.
And all I'm saying, we don't see everybody who slips past us.
Hmm.
So that guy.
Hmm.
All I'm saying is, if your guy comes out to the left and flanks you, right, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
shooting off to the right, like your video shows, then
Mm-hmm.
how am I supposed to know that there's a guy that's worked his way around behind you? Why are we voting to kick off to Tune
We getting
524?
ready to lead the group. I thought I was going to. We gotta go to the next mission, but
Okay,
let's just lead the group ourselves and then
yeah,
pull a
An
fresh
agent
group
has
out.
left
Cause
your
okay.
group.
You leave and invite me to your
okay,
new
easy.
group
An agent has
Mm-hmm.
reconnected.
because I don't like
You are
to
now
kick
group
people.
leader.
It's hurtful. I personally don't like when they kick me, so I know it sucks when they suddenly get kicked, especially if they didn't do anything wrong.
Invite to another agent's
Mm-hmm.
group. Receive.
There you go, lovely.
You have
Okay, so this is a what just happened between us is a perfect example. There's a difference of opinion about what happened. There's a little bit of frustration, right? We have a little bit of a disagreement, but we talk about it. So I see what you're saying. You showed me the video. I understand why you feel the way you feel, but I hope you see from our perspective that it wasn't
another agent
intentional.
is now
It's like
group
we're
leader.
looking off
Mm-hmm.
to the right, shooting at people coming, the mass of them coming out the door, the same way you are.
Mm-hmm.
One slips off to the left, gets behind you, and starts shooting you, and you're mad or frustrated, let's say, not mad, but frustrated that we didn't turn to the left and start shooting that guy. It's like if you don't see him, or you can't cover everything. And then you got to remember too, some of us are getting hit with bullets, and there's a dog over there that you're not
Mm-hmm.
accounting for.
And again, and that's fair. But because I was just thinking on how I play. Usually, if I'm playing with a build, like if I'm trying out a sniper or something, or what have you, and I'm staying a little bit back behind, and I see people, especially if you're trying to catch them at the choke point, I will look for that one. There's always somebody coming trying to flank anyway, so I kind of anticipate it. So if somebody's flanking or moving, it's coming from the side, and there's people in front of me, my instead of getting that kill of the boss, because everybody want to always shoot the boss or shoot it
That's
at the
true.
choke points.
Everybody, yes,
If
everybody's
I'm
trying to
doing
go for
something
that.
else, I stop it. I'm anticipating somebody coming from the side. So when I see that, I will focus on that to cover the players up front, and that's just how I play. So you're right. I shouldn't expect for everybody to play the way I play,
And you
and
got to
can't get
understand
frustrated
too,
when they don't
everybody's
do it.
trying to get their kills. Everybody's trying to
So
get their
yeah.
stats, right? Everybody wants to shoot at the big guys and the bad guys and the dogs and
Mhm.
get points and stuff. It's just fun that way. And then
Mhm.
you like to run up to the door and do a stopgap at the door, and you're getting all the kills on all the enemies coming out the door, and we're trying to shoot up in there too. And if one
Mhm.
slips past
Mhm.
or something, it's not intentional that we're like, oh, we're not covering you,
Mhm.
waiting for you to shoot the kills. You have a very aggressive play style. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with that. I tend to play from the back a little bit, cover a little bit,
Mhm.
as much as I can. But I also like to get in there and get some of the action. And at the end of the day, it's just like in real life. You know, I got your back, boo. but
For some
but if
reason,
something gets around me, it's not intentional. You know,
it says group ineligible. I don't know why.
ineligible
It
to do
says
what? Oh, that mission, because you're trying to do. What are you trying to do? Which one is it?
I'm trying to do Capitol
Oh, because I
building.
remember I told you I still had one. Um, I still had. You're trying to do Tidal Basin, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I haven't done Capital, and I
I ha
can't.
that's what I'm
I
trying to do
can't.
Capitol.
No, you got Tidal Basin highlighted. Did you do
Oh,
that by
sorry.
accident?
No, yeah. No.
I can't.
I
But I
went to there
can't.
after here
But listen, I can't do Capital either.
because.
I have to do Space Administration HQ headquarters.
Oh, okay.
It won't.
Yeah.
It won't let me. It says I have to do Space Administration headquarters. Can we do that one real quick?
Yeah.
It should be easy. All right. So before we wrap this up, back to the topic. So I agree with you 100% about everything you said about the gaming and relationships and how it helps improve patience and communication and all that. Because I think it does. I think it helps people better understand each other's perspectives and teaches them the skills that they need to work together. But when a situation where
Mhm.
they don't have that, what do you recommend? I mean, what do you recommend in terms of? I mean, and honestly, to tell you the truth, people who don't game at all, where it's a couple and neither one games, I recommend that they game. To tell you the truth,
Mhm.
I think that
That's
that
right.
if they're having
And
issues with
what?
communication and relationships, they should play games, and it doesn't have to be division or anything, strategic or complicated like that. It could be something
If we want to
fun
get
Mhm.
and
Isaac back
simple,
online
but they should
across the
definitely
country,
look at
we
doing
need
some
to
type of
reconnect the
hobbies or
local
activities
system to the
together
satellite
so
network.
that they can
Mhm.
share
Should
that
be able to
time
do
together.
that at the NOAA
You
headquarters
know.
Yeah.
building.
No, I would
Get
agree.
to the
I would agree.
control room. I can walk you through the process from there.
So I highly recommend it, and I do think that gaming does work as a means of counseling or support, for couples. I mean, somebody should send me a check or something. I feel like I'm doing an advertisement for console gaming or something. And it doesn't have to be console gaming, it could be computer gaming too. I'm not. We used to play on PC back in the day.
I got the. This is not.
Somebody said
what's
if one person likes crack, they both gotta like crack. I see you, Greasy. Hey, honestly, look. Hopefully, neither one likes crack, but at the end of the day, I agree. If you're gonna be married to a crackhead or you're gonna date a crackhead, you gotta like crack. That's just how it's gotta be. Otherwise, the relationship's not gonna
Sweep
work.
of the site, protect the equipment, and eliminate any Black Tusk personnel that you
It wasn't
find.
invaded.
That wasn't invaded.
Right, there we go.
Come on.
No, there we go.
Okay.
Once I did it already, it won't start that way. So
now we got to go back.
Yes.
Can we start now? Oh
yes.
yeah, the truck.
I just noticed too. I just noticed because we hopped over the thing. That actually tipped us off. The fact we had to hop over the fence.
Yeah.
Now the truck is out front.
Yeah. And all the cool vans. They need to make this Jeep for real. I would drive this Black Tusk Street. Breezy tripping. You know him, right? It don't matter what it is. If you got to share in it. And like I was saying earlier, there's people who actually support one another with their hobbies, even if they don't love it. Sometimes they try to learn how to do sports or they try to get understanding. But the thing about gaming is that it's not just one track. You can do a lot of all kinds of country games, board type games. I'm coming, boo! I'm gonna pick you up because I know you don't like that.
No. Again, I expect to go down. I'm playing a certain particular way. I'm not going to sit back and pick them off. We've done that.
I hear you. And I'm gonna cover you as best I can.
No. You play your game. You enjoy your game.
I'm definitely gonna play my game.
I'm just trying to find the best ways that I can. Get that calibration.
Given how much we game, though, I couldn't imagine if we didn't both like gaming. If it was me who liked this game and I played as much as I do, and you didn't, that would be horrible. And vice versa. My God, every time I look around, I'd be like, every time I look around, you on this damn game. When is there gonna be time for me? So yeah, I agree. Gaming definitely has an impact on relationships, though. You have to be honest. We have to own that. And I highly recommend to anybody else who's interested in improving their relationship. And with that, we will talk about this in more specific detail with other more specific topics at another time. But for now, we're just going to finish this mission. See where it takes us. Put them down. I went too far.
See, and it don't help too.
Droney time.
Well, the problem is too, I do all of that shooting on a particular person, and then right before I'm about to get my armor to pop, your sniper killed my kid, steal my kill. That's classic.
Well, yeah, but
I'm not blaming you. You every game, you playing the game.
Yes, that's true. And let me be real. Sometimes it's by accident, but a lot of times it's on purpose. I will own that.
Yeah.
Because I don't run in, and I know I can't get up close and personal with them the way I want to, because my armor is either not right or I'm just not wearing enough protection. I know in order for me to get my kills, a lot of times if I don't have, like I got the drone now, so the drone helps a lot, but a lot of the times I'm going to have to get them from a distance, and that works for me, because a lot of times y'all will soften them up for me, set them up, and I'll knock them down. I love that. So I'm like, okay, y'all be shooting, and then bam, I come right in and take that kill from you. And, and it's not specifically you, just how I play. I'm like, okay. As soon as I start seeing their energy and strength go down, or their armor bars go down, I'm like, I'm taking it. I take the shot. But I also take the shot sometimes because I feel like you guys are in trouble,
Like, why the hell is this hot ass light on back here?
I left the light on. My bad. Hey, that's what you get for dragging me back there. This thing, I was about to say, where's all the other people? I realize it's just the two of us, but usually there's more NPCs when there's more people playing, but we're playing this kind of late. So everybody's probably already playing Titan Basin 2-3 times over by now. Yeah, I will definitely take a kill from afar. Just now. Don't you come over here. Get your feelings hurt. Ugh. Hard to kill.
I got room to take my damn Mustang off too. My finger off the trigger.
You gotta take one out?
My finger off the trigger. Because I'm...
Finger off the trigger. Come out of there.
Make it less likely chance of me having to reload. Once I shoot, just when I'm turning, stop shooting. Don't shoot and turn.
Yeah.
Just because this weapon bleeds me out. But it's barely doing anything now. I'm about to really get close now.
Don't let him flank you.
That was a good hit. Coming back.
Spy on me back here.
I assume people come with them computer guys. One thing about them computer guys, the way they do, that guy that we saw at the fastest time, that aim assist right on time. They said they be using whatever.
The aim assist?
Yeah, like they say it's easier to aim, I guess, on
Okay,
PC.
so is that not automatically on? Or we don't have that. We don't have aim assist on.
No. It was just something, just I guess, PC, the way that
Yeah.
the aim is just so tight.
Yeah, the window's tight. So
Because I'm trying to, even though we do it pretty damn, is this bush right here blowing in the wind on your screen?
Let me see. Yeah, it is. So weird.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it is. It's like shaking, trembling.
Mm-hmm.
We used to play on PC. I don't know. I was telling the kids that one time. Because they've only known us.
You still streaming or?
Console, but back in the day, yeah. Back in the day, we used to play on. Yes, Sam. Back in the day, we used to play on PC. That was our first. In fact, when we were dating and we discovered we both like games, I think we spent a lot of time playing on PC. We'll talk about that another time. Give them the deets on that. Some of the crazy crap we did back then.
I wouldn't mind buying a rig.
Buying a rig? What? No.
I don't know if.
Hey, give up the PS5. Stop it.
Well, certain games, just to see.
Satellite dish C. Under
Alright,
attack.
I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go. Shoot, not close enough. Alright, I'm coming.
Satellite dish C. Under attack.
Big bastard up here.
Satellite dish B. Under attack.
Oh, shit. We're gonna lose it.
Satellite dish C. Under attack.
I'm going this way. Oh, okay. You go that way, I'm going this way. Shit, where is he? Ah, crap.
Satellite dish A. Under attack.
Time for the big gun.
I was thinking the same thing.
Satellite dish C. Under attack.
That's why I like this particular build, because when I start bleeding, it's like if I keep carrying so much armor, that it won't affect me, because it got to chew through the armor. I'm trying to look
Right.
and see.
Well, that's why I use hazard protection more than anything, because I know I don't have enough armor on, so hopefully that gives me a little extra coverage. They'll run right past me a lot of the time, especially if there's a higher threat in the game than me.
Satellite uplink detected.
Shit.
Because I know I don't have a lot of that armor.
Hell,
Stuff like
remember,
fire and stuff, oh man, forget it. It'll melt me.
Room downstairs. Get down there
No
and stop
protection.
them.
I can't see you giving up your giving up the console playing for
Huh.
like.
Well, nothing
PC,
permanent.
right?
I just put mine.
Griff made the transformation pretty good. I think he's starting to play. I think it used to be more Xbox, and maybe it was like 70-30 Xbox, and now all of a sudden I think it's more 50-50 sometimes. Actually, I see him playing more games on PC now than on his Xbox, but so I thought that was interesting. And he says he likes it, so no. I just think it was far more complicated. I remember when we first got our first PS1. Oh man, that was the life. I liked playing on the computer, but it just wasn't as comfortable for the both of us, especially when we played together. So this was like a godsend because we both liked playing so much. It was easier for us to play two controllers, play next to each other comfortably from the couch. Dang, it's really fun being here. And so you go all the way deep, all the way up into the mix, and you get hurt out there. And then
That's what she said.
I got to come out there and try to figure out how to get you out of it.
Well, if I'm doing right, once it's like anything else. Once I get a nice little groove, they're not gonna get me.
Here, back here, so then I'm over here trying to fight them off.
I'm working my way around. If you notice, I'm working my way around to you in activity.
Yeah, I see you. So that's why I had to get the droney out, a little extra coverage. Yeah. You like to be too close to the fire. You just up there like that, flying off close to the sun.
Speaking of fire.
Somebody says there's a long mission. It's actually not that long. This one. This is
And then it's perfect because if I could learn to switch to this shotgun, they give me health.
This is one of the shorter missions compared to some of the other ones. But that's why I love the Division too, because they don't give you. There's a lot of scenery, a lot of places to play. The sandbox is huge, so you don't feel bored a lot of the times. Even when you replay them, it's something different every time. I think each mission.
There may still be a few hostiles present.
So
head on through to the R&D room.
I think the shortest mission maybe. I mean, I know people do speed runs too, like the speed runs they can get through fast, but I think most missions are designed to be at minimum 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and that's if you're going fast. And then beyond that, it can take you some time. This is on heroic, so, and we're just kind of cruising through it too. We're not really like.
We get us a team of
flying through it, and if we had a fire team of 4, we'd be flying through it too.
Your brother need to come on back so we can do these raids. I don't know why
back in here and get this raid. We did an 8-man raid.
I'm not really interested in doing it, but
you're not interested in doing a raid?
Well, I'm already aggressive enough with, but yeah, well, once we learn the mechanics, we'd be good. But people are so hostile when you don't know. But even that, so exactly. And do you want to spend all that time? Do you want to spend all that time just to do that?
No.
I'm also playing certain but
like, sometimes
you supposed to let me get you supposed to let me turn these switches. I could turn on these switches before.
I didn't know you were going to stealth it. My bad. I know you're going to go assassin's creed on them. I get it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, only got 3 minutes.
Okay, you did the switches and I'll cover. How about that?
Yeah, you cover.
There's a switch over here. I'm gonna go get it. My drone kills this fool over here.
I hear footsteps.
Damn, these switches are taking up forever. Damn. Okay. Let me get on higher ground. I sent Droney down there for you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. This is the last room, but there's a lot of people in there. Get him, Droney. Don't take that crap. Somebody's creeping. Where is he? Oh, I see him. That's why I try and fight him. Where'd he go?
Serious trauma detected. Another 80 is in your group.
Merlin joining the fun. You're almost done, Merlin.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Merlin something. There you go. And this is invaded too, so invaded operates a little bit different than the regular mission. This mission is usually, I think, faster.
Good work, Agent.
When it's not invaded, when you're not playing the Black Tusk, but there's a different group of enemies for this version, so it's going to be a little bit longer. It's decent. There's just some I like better. The environments are better. And look at that. That's pretty darn close. I was on you. I was right there. And I didn't use Fireburst at this time either. I was just kind of cruising. I used my incapacitator build. Which I did. I was getting more kills on that one. Alright, good.
Oh.
So now we can... Hey, it's unlocked. Stronghold. Unlocked.
Yeah.
Capital One. Capital One. Capitol building. So funny every time I think about when we play this mission, invading the Capitol building is so weird because what happened on January 6th is so... The game is like a prediction of profit.
Here at 3:26, the guy texts me, please, I couldn't show up due to rain. Can we make it same time tomorrow? If that's okay for
the
you?
lawn mowing guy, he was supposed to be here at 11 o'clock this morning. See how they do?
Hey,
that's all right. Hey, look. All right. That's fine. So he's going to come tomorrow?
At 11, yeah.
All right. Cool. Nothing from
no.
Jessica or the real estate people?
No.
Man, got my money. What's up?
All right. And stream over.
Oh yeah, okay, we're done. All right, so yeah, we're gonna end the stream before we do Capital.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll pick this up with another topic another time. I actually got a couple of good topics that some people suggested too, so we'll cover. Hopefully, it don't lead to us arguing, but if it does, it does. That's how it is. I mean, we gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. Thanks, Greasy. It's a good stream. And we're out.